5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the kingdom. Thank you very much for that big countdown, Jor. I don't know what we would have done without it, but we made it.
I don't think the listeners will hear that. I guess the video
Anyways, my name
watchers.
is Drums. As always, I'm joined by the brothers behind King Golf, Regan and Jordan Headley. As usual, we'll head up north, see what's going on with Reg. How's it going, buddy?
Doing good, man. Real good, actually. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
As we were waiting to start the podcast, I flipped on the World Series, game 1 tonight. Obviously, the Braves. Holy, you okay over there?
Who's winning the
Braves.
match?
Braves versus the Astros, and Soler hit a leadoff home run in the World Series, which was pretty sick. Obviously, cheering for Atlanta. Houston can fucking kick rocks after all the shit they've pulled in the last few years. I don't think anybody would ever cheer for them again, and if you do, I mean, obviously, I don't know.
Kick rocks.
I hate Houston, so it's good to see. It's good to see the Braves leading it off there.
Houston's back in the World Series?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I don't know. I would say that the golf courses are all closed, but some guy came into the office today and said that there's a par 3 course in Clear Lake that's open, which, I mean, I don't know if he's smoking something or if
like Elkhorn Ranch.
I have no idea what he's like. Yeah, you can golf there till the snow's up to your waist. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that place doesn't exist. But anyways,
you remember that par 3 at Elkhorn? No, not at Elkhorn.
Yeah.
Erickson.
Yeah.
No, it was
Bob's Bunker.
Bob's Bunker.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby's Bunker.
He turned out to be a pedo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creepo Filippo.
What a setup for him.
Yeah, we spent quite a few days there as kids. So
birthday parties, what a pig. Anyways, Bobby. Okay, that's good for me. Let's head over to Jor.
Jor, what's going on, buddy?
Top of the evening to you boys. It's hoodie weather. It's sweater weather. It's freaking cold out, sons. But lucky for me and you guys, Drums, I don't know if you have a hoodie or not. You got a couple items, but I don't know if you have a hoodie. But, man, these King Golf hoodies, I will say there's a lot of people who reach out to us after they get a hoodie. One was today, Sean Pichet, and they send a text just telling me or Rigo how comfortable those hoodies are. I've had a lot of hoodies in my life, and these are up there for comfort level and for just overall quality. So just a quick ad there from King Golf. But no, she's chilly out. Don't know. I don't think I'm ready for winter yet. I don't want it to be winter. I keep looking at my phone, looking at golf videos and golf accounts and stuff like that, and I just don't want it to be here yet. But that's part of life. So and other than that, I don't have a whole lot to report. We got some housekeeping stuff, so I'll leave it till then.
Forgot to tell you what I was drinking tonight. I got a Moosehead Heavy and a Moosehead Rattler in the hole there waiting.
Oh, Rattlers are good.
It's a nice drink.
That's probably mine.
It is yours. Yeah, you left it.
You bastard.
Well, okay. You know, some people, real quick, have parties and, like, the people that show up aren't absolute animals, and you actually end up with a pretty good haul at the end of it. Like, whenever our friends go anywhere, like, there's, like, 3 beers left at the end of the night from, like, 600. Like, I don't know how it happens every time, but it does. It's unbelievable.
Well, it's because we stay up so late.
Yeah,
Stupid.
true.
I don't know. Getting too old for that. Drums. What do you? Oh, I got a Chilada too. I had a Guinness. Now I'm having a Chilada. Guinnesses are also really good room temperature. Not quite room temperature, but a little colder. If they're too cold, not as good. Yeah, just my preference. But anyways,
does it make it? Would you say it makes it thicker?
It's
a little warmer.
I don't know.
Okay,
maybe.
Nice and thick.
Nice and thick. Drums.
Hola.
What's up?
Still no sauce for me. Quite impressive. Quite impressed with myself. I gotta say, a little pat on the back for myself.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm with Jor. I'm not ready for winter at all. This shit sucks. Like, it's already dark. Like, going home at 5 o'clock. It's just, ugh, it's disgusting.
I think we fall back soon though.
Next weekend.
Next weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
The best day of the year.
Yeah.
So dark in the mornings right now too, though. Already, it's depressing.
Yeah, it
right now.
Yeah, it sucks.
Sucks.
Go to work in the dark, come home in the dark. It's brutal.
Mhm.
Not much really going on over here. What did we get up to? We did watch a movie after Squid Games. I was kind of on a Korean kicks. We watched that Parasite. You ever watch that one, Reg?
No,
Check that one out after you're done Squid Games.
I'm done.
Are you?
Yeah, sick.
It's so good.
No,
But this Parasite, unreal. Just about as good as the show. It's
really.
kind of the movie that I think it won Best Picture 2 years ago, and it kind of took the internet up. But yeah, it's Korean too, so it's all in subtitles. But like, there's some crazy twist in it. It's sick. Yeah. Other
Yeah,
than that,
I
we just
got
kinda hung out
emotional
this
at the
weekend.
end of Squid Games.
What's that?
You? I got emotional at the end of Squid Games.
A little bit.
Yeah.
There's lots going around online about the ending.
That means he did. If he
Fair.
says a little bit, he did. He cried.
I didn't, but Liz
No, I
was
didn't
quite
cry,
emotional
but-
by the old guy.
Yeah.
Hey, quit giving it away.
Yeah, weird ending though. Really weird ending. But
Well,
whatever.
Spoiler alert, if you look into it, it's possible that that's his dad.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Whoa.
Huh.
Whoa, dude.
Is there going to be another part to it or what?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah. That'd be sweet.
No. But yeah.
Pardon my language already. I guess we're in the explicit part of
That was
podcast now.
that was really an unnecessary F-bomb there, Rigo.
Yeah, whatever.
But you know what they
Okay.
say, we're live. Pluck it, we're live. So you can't cut it out. We're doing it tonight. So Reggie, hit us with some housekeeping because I got a few good ones too.
I might have like the most untold story in golf, and it kind of got brought to light a little bit more this weekend. But Bernard Langer, man, Langer, like, are you joking? I don't know, man. I think that like I said, I had some time to kill before this episode, so I Googled it, like his whole career. I think that if travel was like it is today in his time, and the Europeans played over here more often, like I think he would be a way bigger legend in the game than he is, because he had 42 European Tour wins in his time, and he won the 85 and 93 Masters. But then I think the most impressive part of his career, since 2007 when he joined the PGA Champions Tour, he's won 42 times, 11 majors. Like
On the champions.
he's 42 times.
He had 42 professional wins and then 42 senior professional wins.
Like,
That's nuts.
Phil
oldest
might
player
get
ever.
there.
Yeah.
What's Phil? 3 for 4 right now?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
mopping. He's mopping that field up.
But I mean, especially in the champions, it'd be like the PGA. You'd start out at 18 or what? I mean, Tiger was 18, but some guys a little bit later, and then they'd slowly get better as they go. But in the champions, they're best when they start, right? It's like
Yeah.
an NHL or AHL or going to play senior hockey. Like they're really good for a while, and then they kind of keel out into the rest of the playing field. So
Right. But like he
He's
won this
still winning.
weekend. He became the oldest champ, or I keep calling it. Yeah, it is champion. PGA Champions winner. It's tough to say champions and then champion, but the oldest winner last year at Augusta, which obviously he didn't make the cut this year, as we know from the bet that I made. But last year he became the oldest player ever to make the cut at the Masters. Like he's just. Is there enough talk about him? I don't think so.
No, probably not. I had the exact same thing written down here. That we got to make sure
really?
that we give him a shout out. Yeah. And like I kind of remember like you remember kind of the old school golfers from like the 90s and stuff, like just from dad watching and stuff. But I always remember his name. And then, like you said, maybe we just never got to see him actually enough. Maybe the travel was an issue for back then, or like it certainly wouldn't be as good as it is today, or kind of the cross pollination of the tours. So maybe we did miss out a lot of it.
I guess the only thought that I had, and I didn't do a whole lot of research, I should have done more, but how many events he actually played in on the PGA.
Mm-hmm.
But I just assumed that if he had 42 European wins, that he was spending most of his time on the European tour, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You would think. But yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty cool story. Like,
mm-hmm.
and he's like, he just won again this week. It's not like he's fading. Like,
and it's like he's German, right?
Yeah.
Like there's not a plethora of German golfers that we know of.
Oh. Plethora. Whoa.
Big word. Did I use it correctly?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
well, I don't know what it means.
Who's the German on tour right now?
The guy that smokes.
The guy that smokes. I can see him. He's got like short hair.
Keimer,
yeah.
Martin Keimer.
He's kind of been the only German in our era, anyways.
And I think Nicholas Kolsarts was German too, but
Keimer blows
nerds knowing that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Remember that tour?
No.
At the Waste Management? You don't remember that? You smoked three darts that one hole.
Like, he must have known the cameras weren't on that hole or something.
Just hacking.
Speaking of Germany, this is I'll give you a quick break from your housekeeping, but have you guys watched that new Norm Macdonald stand-up yet? Oh, Rigo, you watched it.
Which one?
The Hitler one?
The Hitler one. Like about Hitler.
I did.
Yeah, you did. We watched it at Mom and Dad's. Norm Macdonald.
I know, but I don't remember the part.
He was the guy going like this.
Oh, no, I know that, but I don't remember the German part.
He was talking about Germany and how they like went to war with the world.
Oh, yeah.
With the world?
Germany went with the world.
Yeah.
And then like World War II, Germany went to war with the world again.
With the world.
Yeah. And just about won. And then he's like, why haven't they just said, no, Germany, you're not being a country anymore?
Goes to war with the world. Like the entire world.
I've probably watched that stand up 3 times. Oh, it's unreal.
Unreal.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Back to where we were.
Did you watch the Chappelle one?
No, I haven't. I keep meaning to. I just haven't had time to. I'll be watching it soon though, because especially since I've seen the people that is pissed off. So yeah. I really, really want to watch it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you watch it soon because it might not be up there for long, but
it'll be up there. It'll be up
there. So Hideki, did you guys watch any of the Zozo?
I watched like the last maybe half hour.
Yeah, pretty sick. Well, that you saw a lot from him then.
All you need.
He just absolutely dialed in the last 5 holes.
Which is tough too.
The repeat of Tiger winning, actually.
Oh, really?
From 2019?
Like the Masters?
Zozos.
Oh.
Zozo. What were you going to say, Jerome?
I mean, obviously cheering for Ricky, who was coming kind of down the stretch and then petered out. But the Hideki at home dart to seal it up was pretty impressive. Like he's got to be the biggest, like one of the biggest athletes in Japan, right?
Easily. I think he is like number one.
Rick was the week before. This was for Telly this last weekend.
Was he not in this tournament at all?
No, I don't think so. That's okay. That was the weekend before, but it was for Telly this weekend. For Telly was being kind of a loser too, like giving thumbs ups and like.
Is he the guy with the goggles?
Yeah, he wasn't wearing them this weekend though. But back to Hideki in Japan, like he's the guy.
Yeah.
The absolute man there. Like he is. I feel like I don't know. He said in the interview before that he's kind of been struggling and he just hopes that he can compete a little bit being at home there, right? And obviously he did more than that. Just he had a couple of shots again on the weekend, man, when he drops his club right after and just looks disgusted. And one dropped like 10 feet this weekend. Like it was an absolute dart, and he threw his club. Like just completely stopped and dropped his club. It was phenomenal. But yeah, it was cool to see him win there. And Cockrell, probably his last event of the year. I think the race to Dubai might start soon. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I know that I had talked to him and he said he was coming home after that event if things didn't go extraordinary. So
it went good.
Yeah, just a tough Sunday to finish. But I mean, guy's got to be proud. Like he made a lot of cuts this year on one of the toughest tours in the world, right? So it's impressive. He played an impressive year of golf.
Again.
He just
was he on like I was watching the Golf Channel. I was a little bit late though. Like I wasn't up at 5, but even on Saturday I was watching. I didn't see a whole lot of them.
I don't know if he got on TV. Yeah, he wasn't really near the lead. So like he was, but he wasn't.
Well, he was 10th, wasn't he?
Yeah, but they kind of have their guys that they show a lot of.
You'd have to do something pretty crazy to
much
get
like
on.
the PGA. Yeah. Probably have to chuck a dart. There was a couple times there. I don't know if it was this year or last year when he was. I mean, they showed lots of his whole round. That was a cool day. It probably showed like 20 of his shots or 25 of his shots.
Why are we not at the point where you could just watch any golfer you wanted to?
Whenever.
They're set up for it for sure. They would be. They have to be.
They don't even have shot by shot on the European Tour, like on the app. It just goes hole by hole. Like it's obnoxious. You just have to keep refreshing to see what the hell happened.
Does the PGA?
PGA is shot by shot.
Does it? Yeah. I know I just remember the Masters one's unreal for that.
Reggie used to start a Cockrell tracker.
Yeah, except then I'd have to follow him around Europe.
Well,
so what?
Tough.
Well, who's gonna pay me to do that? Let's be honest. Like
King Golf.
Last thing that I got, and I sorry to drag it on for so long.
That want me to go then? Because I got one.
Sure.
No, you go. You already started that article.
That article about
okay.
The putt that sent our phones into oblivion for the last 2 weeks.
That was sick.
That article on golf.com, man, that was a very well written article. Like, I don't know, I kind of got a little emotional reading it. Like, it was kind of cool just how it touched on all the points, and they tagged all the right people, and it was just like just so well done, man. It was really cool to see.
When I was reading that, I felt like that guy was on the green.
Yeah, I know.
Like that he actually was there at the tournament and like watched this whole thing go down.
I know. It was unbelievable.
He would have actually had to put in some work to put all those connections together, because he even had the next putt that went in there on there and everything. It's crazy.
It was so cool, man. Like, I don't know, stuff like that.
That and then Jay Onrait getting on it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too. Like, I don't know. It's just you keep just expecting it just to be done, and then all of a sudden something else pops up. Like, I don't know. Pretty cool.
Yeah, Jay's pretty good shit. I kind of miss Dan on there. I don't like what happened with Dan.
I think mental health.
Yeah, I think that was part of it.
Right, he kind of had a roller coaster there for a while.
There was a lot going on.
They were in the States.
He's back on track now.
There was a lot going on for that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then TSN is a huge supporter of Bell Let's Talk Day, and then 2 days later they gassed
2 days later
300 people.
No kidding. I was most surprised by Natasha, because Natasha was like my favorite anchor on there. No?
Didn't help that she was so easy on the eyes, but
no, that's what. But she was also like,
didn't hurt. I mean,
I don't know. She was just seemed like she was really down to earth. You know what I mean? Like, I think she's from Alberta. I just never got like the Toronto vibe from her.
Yeah.
She was entertaining as hell too. Like,
yeah, and she was pretty good too. What is Jen Hedger still in there?
Yeah.
Speaking of,
is she actually?
I think so.
I haven't watched SportsCenter for like 5 years.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so excited our pod got on there. I haven't seen her for like 5 years.
Okay, so I guess I'll just have one housekeeping, because I'll save the other one for overrated or underrated. But Oh, what the hell was it now? I just had it in my head. Oh, Finchy. So I've been tweeting Petey to Finch. Every tweet that he sends out, I comment on it, or from the Kingdom account, I comment Petey. So I saw a few guys that are on there that have been liking the tweets. So I fired it up again today. But the purpose of it is I want to see how many we can go without before he says something. I'm hoping he says what, and then we say just checking for assholes, and then it ends. So I don't know how long that'll be to.
That's your motive behind this?
I love it.
So we're at about probably 10 now, and he hasn't liked it or said anything to us. So I bet we get to about 100. But at that point, you wonder, like, will he ever? There's got to be a line you cross where he's just like, "Okay, these guys are absolute idiots. I'm not even going to waste my time." But
okay, but like,
what is it? If he doesn't, what is it? If he doesn't reply by 25, he's not replying.
Like, what are you losing by just tweeting it though? Like, what are you losing? It takes 2 seconds just to say Petey.
I don't think I'll give up.
Oh, I was reading them the other day. Like that shit kind of kills me too. Like,
I was gonna like do some different variations of Petey, but I think that I'm just gonna stick with Petey.
Petey.
Because if I just do the same one over and over again, eventually he'll have to say something. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Anyways, quick message from our sponsor. Tonight's episode is brought to you by King Golf. King Golf is a golf custom head cover company in Manitoba, Canada. Also sells golf apparel, hats, hoodies, sweaters, everything you want, everything you need. And they're right here for you. So
they also sell long sleeve undershirts as pictured
and t-shirts. But we have somehow we ended up with a bunch of, not a bunch, but we have a lot of sweaters in still. So I don't know who's responsible for ordering, but anyways, we're going to do a sale for our Kingdom listeners in the next couple weeks. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be a pretty good sale because we got a bunch of new inventory coming in, and we kind of want to clear some space in the house. And so we're going to give them just a little above cost. Stay tuned for that. And that is tonight's sponsor. And we're going to jump now into overrated or underrated segment. And we got about 2 or 3 each here. So try not to spend too much time on them. And let's have at her. Who wants to start? Drumsy.
You want me to go?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. My first one is going to be Gary Player. Overrated or underrated?
I thought you were going to say Gary Brandon.
We all know the answer to that one.
We could save that one, yeah. Gary Player.
So Gary Player as a golfer is a hell of a golfer, right? Like one of the best of all time. Mm-hmm. It's just usually his kind of antics in front of the camera, like the way he talks about himself. I'm just not a fan of how he conducts. There's something about him that just always rubbed me the wrong way. But he does have 9 majors. He was the 3rd youngest to get the Grand Slam. And he's got over 150 pro tournament wins. It's a little context for you.
And a badminton company.
No,
is that what it is? Or tennis?
Black Knight.
Or neither?
I don't know if it's actually his, to be honest with you.
Oh. I would say I'm going to say over. The only reason I'm going to say over is because the crowd that he carries himself with, I'm not convinced he's part of that.
How you mean?
Like I'm talking like the Arnold Palmers, the Jack Nicklaus's. I'm not convinced that he's part of that, but he always gets to be a part of that. And now they're kind of fading away, and he's kind of there still. But I don't know.
Well, that's because he keeps himself in tip-top shape. Just ask him; he'll tell you.
Exactly. I don't like that.
But at the same time, he also has the same argument that if you're going to run with Bernard longer, that he was overseas even further back in time than Bernard was. So maybe we didn't get to see him as much as kind of we should have with how good he was. So, and again, he's kind of past. He's not really in our time frame, but from everything I've seen, I guess it's more just we get to see how he conducts himself. That I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say underrated because it is quite impressive that he's still, you know, golf's not the easiest sport on the body. And I mean, if you take some time off of it and let things slip, you can go south in a hurry. So I don't know how old he is. I'm guessing he's in his 70s.
I think mid 70s. Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of like Pat, like they have their same kind of hunched over and they're always moving. You know what I mean? But that's what you have to do to stay in that kind of shape. So I agree with you guys in the sense that he does seem like he's pretty arrogant and kind of full of himself, but you still have to respect the fact that he's still kind of doing what his duties are, I guess, as a PGA legend, and he's there and he's still golfing and stuff like that. And he keeps himself in pretty damn good shape. So it's not easy. Just keep yourself in shape, especially at that age. So I'll say underrated. I mean, I'm not overwhelmingly underrated, but we'll go with that.
Okay.
Reggie.
Soundbars on TVs.
Heavily underrated. Overwhelmingly underrated.
Yeah.
I also, I don't know if I mentioned this on here before because there was a few issues, but we had a Bose soundbar that we bought when we moved into this house. And I mean, we do workouts down there and stuff, but we didn't spend a whole lot of time in the basement and it hardly got used. So after like a year and a half or 2 years, it just stopped working. It turned off. Like it would not, it would connect to Bluetooth, but it wouldn't power on. It was weird. Like the lights wouldn't show. So anyways, it's been in Bose for like 2 months. They're fixing it and they sent it to the wrong address. And now it's hopefully going to end up here soon. But just listening to a TV compared to a soundbar, because we've had a soundbar for so long, it's literally like it's a tin can. And the TVs nowadays are getting better. Like the newer TVs are okay, but the older TVs are horrible for sound. Horrible.
I'll probably just say overrated for the fact that I don't have one, and I haven't used one like since like high school. Like since I moved out of my parents' place. Yeah. Just never something I like cared to spend the money on, I guess. I don't know. I've always just been living with this shitty sound apparently. You need to. And well, now we can't because we can barely listen to TV with the volume on for the kids gonna wake up, but maybe it'll be in the future.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm going heavy underrated. Drums, I didn't have one for the longest time, and like it's like once you have it, like
never live it out.
Oh my god, it's like a total game changer. Like not even
it's so much different
in the same world. Yeah, it's crazy. But
our one upstairs is like it's a Samsung or something, so it's not a real high end one, but still it's good.
It makes a difference. Yeah,
and they go pretty loud too. So if you want to just hook it up to like your Bluetooth and use it as like a speaker for the house,
that's what we do to clean the house. Just crank it.
Speaking of speakers, we were sitting having supper tonight, and it was like a pause in conversation. So it was like a 30-second silence, and all of a sudden Alexa kicked on and was like, "Let me find that playlist for you." And I was like, "Oh my fucking god, here we go! They're taking over."
That happened to me 2 nights ago. Our freaking Nest thing, it just turned on, did a couple beeps, and then she said something, and I didn't know what was going on. So it was like a blue light. This was at like 9 o'clock at night. And I guess they were just testing. Kel has it on her phone, so I don't see any of this stuff. But so I look it up. It's like blue light, carbon monoxide. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? So originally I opened all the windows. And before I figured out that it was carbon monoxide, I opened all the windows because I thought something was on fire. And then I saw that it was carbon monoxide. And I'm like, shit, I got to close these windows and see if it goes back on because I need to get the hell out of here. So anyways, nothing happened with it. And then the next morning, our freaking smoke detector in the basement starts beeping because it's on low batteries. So some's crazy in here, but
You remember
we're
we
all
were
good.
like 13 or 14 at your place and the carbon monoxide went off and we had the ambulance. We were sitting in the back of the ambulance for like an hour and a half. Huh?
Older than that. Because I was like 16.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
We had a big shaker on New Year's.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, there was like 30 people in the basement. All of a sudden, the carbon monoxide detectors going off. Like,
No
holy
way.
shit.
No.
Yeah.
There wasn't that many people there.
Oh, there was a big party, man. Honestly.
You're fucked.
No. Mom and dad will listen to this and they'll confirm. There's a lot of people there.
I know, like there was people there, but I don't think there was 30.
Well, maybe 30 is an exaggeration, but we're having a party.
Party for two.
Okay, anyways, what are we talking about here?
You're up.
Oh, I'm up. Okay. So mine is actually from Owen Gillespie. He says the theory of a dead man. Is theory of a dead man overrated or underrated?
I'll get out of this one quick. We can't go middle anymore, right? So I'm going to say overrated. I don't know. I maybe know like 3 songs, if that.
No, you know more than that.
Okay, give me some hits.
Owen knows what he's talking about.
Owen's drunk, but give me the hits. You can't even name them.
Santa Monica.
That's it. That's all I know.
Bad Girlfriend's one. They got a few good ones. You know them drums. I haven't listened to them for 10 years, but they have some good songs.
Remember when they came to Dauphin?
I'm going under.
I'll bring them up. They were in Dauphin?
Yeah. With Headley, I thought.
With Headley?
Oh.
And they hated
Angel.
It? No, that was Default.
Yeah, that was Default.
Angel. Don't know her.
No, sorry. I was thinking of a different one. Different band. What was that? Oh, man. Okay, hold on here, folks. Hold on here.
Big deep dive on Theory of a Dead Man. Well, didn't is the did the singer go solo?
Was that Don Vito? What up, Daddy?
Oh, I was thinking of no, when I said Angel there, I was thinking of Hinder. Remember they had that song, Hinder?
Lips of an Angel?
Oh, yeah.
Lips of an Angel. That was a good tune. That was
Angels
a really
by
good
Shaggy,
tune.
I think.
Okay, let's get back to
what
our thoughts are. I'm gonna say underrated.
Over.
I'm going.
I don't think they're really blown up to the point where they could be overrated. But they're pretty damn good. I would say.
I agree. They never really got to a stage where they were like headlining shows. They're always like openers for like Nickelback and stuff like that, which is pretty good. Like Nickelback.
Aren't they Canadian?
Have you seen them?
Yeah. Yep.
Where? Like for Nickelback?
No, Nickelback was Default and Thornley. Thornley's solid too. I just like those rock bands. Like, I don't know if you call it like soft rock. No, you wouldn't.
Bouncy.
Just rock, I guess. Like there's soft rock.
I don't know what
hard rock.
Like even hard rock's not hard rock anymore. Like nobody.
And this would be like just rock. Normal rock.
Just mid-level rock.
Medium rock. Just right.
Medium rock.
3 bears here.
Just right rock.
What did I call it the last episode? Not Berenstein Bears. Yeah, I called it the Berenstein Bears, but it's actually the 3 little bears.
I thought it was Berenstein Bears.
Or is it? What is it?
What?
Okay, drums, go ahead. What do you got?
I'll stick with bands, and mine's going to be Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, under. They're sick. Anytime you turn them on, they're just sick. The guitar, I think the guitar's sick. Like, it stands out to me. Like, you can almost recognize
bass
it.
Or the guitar?
Whatever that is, that it's so distinct.
The bassist is like a famous bassist. I actually don't know that much about like how shit sounds, like if he's good or not, but like Flea is like a famous bassist.
But do you know what I mean when you hear their songs, you can just they're so distinct. Yeah. That's what I like. They're heavily underrated for me.
Yeah, there's a really good description, you guys. You are both musicians for sure. That's a really hard one, drums, actually, which is good. That's what you want here. I'd say overrated, I guess. I don't know. Just for my own opinion, like they're super big all around the world, and I mean for good reason, but I don't have them on any of my playlists. And I mean, I'll listen to a song if it comes on, but I don't ever get like super jacked up when they're on. I don't know. A couple good songs, but same as Theory of Dead Man. Only one of these bands sold bazillion albums and one sold 100, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'd say overrated.
Yeah, I guess there's kind of like a tough balance. Like they are super popular. So does that make them overrated, or are you living something that just makes them so big in your mind that you love them so much? But yeah, like I hadn't heard a Chili Pepper song in forever. And then I ran through one on YouTube, and then I put Alexa, and she spit out like 8 good tunes in a row from them. So
you have like, Alexa in your house?
Yeah.
Like active?
Yeah. Don't know why.
I don't know about that one. I don't understand that. Dad has it too. Dad's so funny. He'll just like be in the kitchen and he's like, Alexa, tell me a joke.
Yeah.
Like 5 times in a row, and he just laughs every time too.
Well, it is good. I got no problem with it, man. If they're going to be listening to anything in the whole world, they're not going to be listening to me in my 800 square foot house in Dawson.
Well, like,
no, for sure. And it's the same as on your phone.
Yeah, my phone's in my pocket anyways, listening. So whatever.
If they do, I don't give a shit. Like,
but just when it turns on out of absolutely nowhere, it scares the shit out of me.
But I guess I think Grandma listens to this maybe, but Mom was telling me that Grandma's been having conversations, like they got her set up with like an Alexa, but it's a man's voice. So she's been like conversing with this robot or whatever it is. Just, and you know, she lives alone, so it is kind of cool. Like they're smart enough to have a conversation, which is cool to me. What's happening over there?
Yeah, what is happening? What are you doing?
I just took a drink of my drink, and it splashed up and hit me in the eye. And it's like Tabasco in here, man. It's burning. Oh, that hurt. I might have to watch the slow-mo replay of that one. Oh, it's right in there. Anyways. Okay, sorry, what were we talking about there?
I'm not sure.
No, okay, we don't need to talk about that. Rigo, go ahead. What do you got?
Dishwashers.
Love them. It's extremely underrated. I don't know how you function without a dishwasher. Although to actually wash dishes, you're better off just fucking throwing them in the sink. But if you're a lazy bugger like me, just chuck them in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you say, because they don't do a good job. Is that what you're saying that or what?
Well, like dishwasher takes what, like an hour and a half, 2 hours? Yeah. You can do your dishes in way less time than that.
Yeah. That's a tough one. At the digs, we did not have a dishwasher. Above the garage, my eyes watering. Above the garage, I didn't have a dishwasher. It's a pain in the ass. But I also lived by myself, essentially, like, so it wasn't too bad. But if you have a family, man, and kids, you need a dishwasher. I don't think it's even a question. Is it? I don't know.
No.
We also don't have one at the cabin. And I just feel very bad for whoever has to do dishes.
It's never you, ever. I don't know if I've ever seen you do dishes there. I swear to God.
I think I dried once. Oh, from you. You've done them like one time.
I do them with Easton all the time because I feel bad that she's doing them. So you can't say that I don't do bullshit. Quiz the family, man. I would say I outweigh you by 150 to 1. Anyways, I think that they're overrated. But that's just me. I don't have one, but I did have one at Mom and Dad's, so I know what it's like to have one. It's weird. Once I get the dishes loaded up in the sink, like it's like almost like a therapy session doing the dishes. I don't know why. I really enjoy doing the dishes.
It can be sometimes, like you just throw tunes on.
Mm-hmm. I always just listen to music and dance around the kitchen and put the dishes away. I kind of like it, honestly. I do. And I feel like I'm kind of like I mean, obviously everybody might be like this, but like if I'm at somebody else's house or my own, if Easton does them the odd time and does a shitty job, and I grab cutlery or I grab a plate and there's like a little bit left over, and I know that it's not the person's fault, but the plate was dirty when they put it in the dishwasher and it didn't get it right clean. I can't stand that. Like, I can't stand there being like food left over on cutlery. It just turns me off for the whole meal. Like, I don't know if that's just me or if other people look past that. I hate, like, you guys know what I mean. Like, there's just a little bit left over and it's on there. That drives me absolutely up the wall. And that doesn't.
Isn't it called scum?
I think so.
Like the build up on the plates and stuff. Yeah.
Oh. No,
man, I don't even put a plate in the dishwasher unless it's like spotless. So I don't even know why I have a dishwasher because I clean. I know. So maybe they actually are overrated. Looking back. And
I also feel like one last thing, working for an insurance company, there's a lot of dishwasher claims when they completely destroy kitchens because they start leaking.
Truth. Okay, my turn.
Yes, sir.
Where are we at? I got chili pepper stuck in my head now. So mine is, I was in Erickson last week working out of the office there, and I stopped for gas on the way home. And so I was just cruising around the store, Erickson Co-op there. They got a bunch of everything. Just one of the best gas stations around. You got your fishing stuff, you got your hunting stuff, you got some groceries. And then I see a massive Charleston chew. So that is my overrated or underrated Charleston chew. And I bought it and I've been eating it and it's the best ever.
Like, how big are we talking?
Well,
foot
and a half.
What?
No. Yeah, I'd say a foot and a half.
Which one?
This is
vanilla or chocolate?
Vanilla.
Yeah, boy.
This is really strange, man. Are you talking about? No, you're probably not. Are you talking about the one on the highway?
Erickson?
Yeah.
No, that's the gold. No, that's a different one. It's
FXR or whatever, or FTR. Where Bob's Bunker.
No, Bob's Bunker was, yeah.
I actually.
No, like in town.
This is in town.
Okay, but you know which one I'm talking about, the one on the highway?
Yeah.
The last time that I had Charleston chew, not like a word of a lie, I bought it from that gas station.
Erickson must be huge on the Charleston chews.
What the hell? Like that.
Well, I haven't seen one in Brandon or anything.
I had one a couple of weeks ago.
You had a Charleston chew?
Did you put it in the fridge? Because it now says try putting me in the freezer.
Halfway
but I was
frozen.
Like, well, I put it in the fridge and it was unreal because it just snaps off.
Yeah.
But if it's frozen, I feel like it'd be too hard.
Yeah, me too. Everything like every chocolate bar in the fridge is way better.
Yes, very true. But so especially Charleston chew.
Charleston chew and what's that other one that everybody says is disgusting that I love?
Eat more?
No, I'll find it.
Oh, Eat More is good in the freezer, but you're thinking of that the one with the jube in it?
Yeah.
What are they called? Weird name. It's got a chocolate covered jube, right?
Yep.
No.
Cherry Blossom?
No.
Remember those? Oh, those are so bad.
You got those on Halloween just to
those were
Cherry
disgusting.
Blossom? So gross.
Oh, son of a bitch, that's killing me.
Okay, so anyways, Charleston chew. We're going underrated, I guess, or what do you think, Drums?
Super underrated. Nobody knows. Like, I've never actually seen another person other than you eating that. And like, you got me onto it. Actually, what did I come? I had some Mr. Noodles the other day. Do you guys still eat that shit raw?
Rigo probably does.
No, I don't know.
That was the weirdest shit ever. Like back in the day.
I do sometimes, actually.
Well, like, that's so weird.
I won't lie, I do sommes.
Okay, we're still
I got it,
here.
Drums. Drums, I got it.
Give me the first letter. Give me
the big Turk.
The Big Turk.
Love Big Turk. What the hell? Who eats that shit?
This guy.
Oh,
so good.
Yeah, for nobody.
Halfway frozen. Perfect.
What do you got for us, Drummy?
Next one we've got. This one comes from our boy Toba Steve.
Damn
Toba
you.
Steve, damn you.
And his overrated or underrated is practice swings.
Go ahead, Reggie.
You know, I was thinking about this before. Like when you guys take a practice swing, do you actually try to take the exact swing that you want to make, or do you just do it as part of your routine?
Routine and rhythm.
Yeah. Okay. Like I think I have a problem with, and I don't get offended if you do this, but I have a problem with somebody that like sets up and like gets like right set up, like they're about to hit it, and then takes like a real practice swing.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm with you there.
Yeah,
especially
I don't.
People who do four of those.
God.
I don't do practice swings other than like sometimes on the tee box, and that's like hardly ever. And it's more like just to warm up myself. Like I'm just kind of taking a couple cuts at it and then I go. Like I can't stand taking them for irons and like shit in the fairway. I never do. Chipping, but chipping, I don't know. It's just a more of a feel thing anyways for me. But like I never take practice swings. And I don't know why. Like I think Gary, like I was golfing with Gary one time, like younger, and he's like, "Why waste your swings?" And I took that to heart and just never have done any any practice.
Isn't that crazy how advice you get as like a kid?
Yeah,
you just carry with you for the rest of your life, and you don't even know why you do it.
Well, and the same with I never use a tee like for an iron, because same thing. He was like, "Well, like you don't practice hitting it with a tee, so why would you hit it here with a tee?" So like just that's always stuck with me too, and I've never.
But what if you do practice hitting it off a tee?
I don't practice, so there. Could be the problem though.
The thing that I heard once about tees is that given the opportunity to give yourself a perfect lie every single time, why would you not do it?
But would it not throw
I could
yourself
see
out
both
a bit?
sides of it.
Yeah,
I'm the same way as drums. I don't use a tee. Maybe that'll be over. I guess we're kind of ruining it now, but that would actually be a good one, is using a tee with irons.
Anyways, back to this.
That'll be my third one.
No, but this practice swing.
Yeah, finish the practice swings.
I'm going to say, well, the practice swings that I was talking about, I would say overrated. But to use practice swings as a routine, I would say under.
Okay, but that doesn't really make sense, because you could just change your routine then and not have it. So the practice swing isn't really the part that you're talking about here. It's the more so the routine that you're talking about.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Okay, for me, like I've never really tried playing without practice swings, but I do take a practice swing and like I'll take a divot or something, and I have to take another one because I can't hit the ball right after I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it is kind of more of a distraction, I guess, for me now that I actually think about it.
Like I said, every time, like if I take a divot.
But also, maybe I was going to do that with my shot if I didn't get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of do it like drums. You said you do it for feel, like for chipping and stuff. Yeah. I do the exact same thing with my driver and for my irons, because I want to take a practice swing like I would actually hit the ball and just kind of clip the grass. You know what I mean? And kind of set myself up in that rhythm and state. Yep. So I'd say underrated, I guess, for me, but everybody's different.
I'm going to say a feel practice swing is underrated, but actually getting set up as if you're going to hit the ball and then taking a practice swing is overrated.
And no more than one, unless you take a huge divot.
Yeah.
Don't have like 2 or 3 practice swings like as your routine, right?
Calvin Corman's an absolute legend. The practice swings he takes.
Who?
They're like Calvin Corman. like 200 miles an hour, and he sets up with the ball, and then like he sets up like he's gonna hit it, and then all of a sudden, last second, he just pulls it to the side and it's like the hardest practice swing ever. And he just hits this big like 60-yard fade slice. I guess.
I also find it really hard to golf with like, say, drums, because like I'm still like talking and stuff, and then all of a sudden he's hitting, and I'm just not ready for it.
Yeah.
Well, we had that at the King
That throws
Cup.
me off.
At the King Cup, it was like hole 14. Jaren's like comes up to me. I don't think I've seen you hit a fucking shot yet. Just because I'd go first and just get up there and fire. I don't care. Do it before my head gets in the way.
This last one is kind of current, I guess, with the current times. And I don't. If we've done it before, I got another one in the holster. But Connor McDavid, have we done him before?
I don't think we have.
Possibly, but he keeps getting better somehow.
So, like, is he underrated or overrated?
I think he's underrated. I think he's
I
think he's like severely underrated. Like he might be the best hockey player that's ever existed.
Oh, 100% he is. Who's better?
No, like literally
Who's
nobody.
even close?
Nobody.
Who's even close?
There isn't anybody. Right?
Right. It's disgusting. Like, what's happening right now?
It's like he's playing a video game and he's got Game Genie on. Like he's just phenomenal.
I think we have covered this.
Yeah.
But it was like our first episode, or maybe even like a practice or something. We really need to release one of those podcasts. I think that's going to be on my to-do list for the winter, because those are actually pretty funny. It would just be so funny to like listen to, compared to like after hearing our last. Not that we're like really good or anything, but we're definitely more structured now and like confident.
Oh, you mean before we actually started releasing one of those ones?
Yeah.
Usually just tremble.
It's just not even. I mean, we were kind of nervous and stuff, but it was just like it was just a shit show. And our drunk episode, we really need to release that someday too.
No,
we should do another one.
We got drunk.
We should, with a little more.
And drums
like,
is that
structure.
one?
Oh, that was. You can't release that, man. We'll all be in jail.
I don't even know that, but I don't know if you can actually understand anything on it. We had 16 conversations going on at once.
Yeah, that's true.
And the pen, but
in the pen. But anyways, back to McDavid. I think he actually is underrated somehow. I don't know, like, if everybody's in agreement that he's the best hockey player that's ever existed, but I think that's a plain.
It should be, yeah. True.
The one thing that's holding him back is obviously his playoff performance.
Sure.
And I don't know that you can even pin that on him.
I think you can.
A little bit. But I mean, he's also for the past couple of years, he's been the only person on the team besides Draisaitl. Like, there's two players on that team. You're not going to do anything in the playoffs with two players.
Yeah.
You kind of say that about Malkin and Crosby, though, when they were kind of that age. They didn't have much. The Blackhawks went through the same thing, but they had some solid D. Like, they had Keith.
But
and,
like Pittsburgh had at least Letang and at least Fleury.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. Those are two pretty good lines of defense, actually, although Letang wasn't really defensive.
Also, they had Jordan Staal as the third line centerman. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Quite a bit different there.
It is.
I think
after
McDavid
and Draisaitl, it's dog shit.
Yeah.
Nugent Hopkins is good, man.
But compared to,
you can't say he's not. Yeah, I don't know. You just can't say he's dog shit though. He's good. But the thing is, like, I just feel like in the regular season in the NHL, like, things are wide open, and that's where he kind of excels. And he definitely won't go down as like an all-time playoff great. Like, I mean, Sid,
maybe he might.
Right. But Sid
elevated like 26,
isn't he? Sid, but yeah, okay, but guys get better, and he hasn't yet. And I know it's only been a few years, but
what do you mean he hasn't got better?
I'm saying in playoffs.
Oh.
But whatever.
But like Ovi didn't win until he was 30 something. a cup.
Yeah, but Ovi put the team on his back on the years that they didn't win. McDavid doesn't do that in playoffs. Like he goes from averaging like 4 points a game to none.
Okay, so what does the playoffs matter if you don't win the cup? Like, who gives a shit if you win 2 rounds?
That's
like,
true.
Like, really, who gives a fuck?
Or if you're the Leafs and just don't even win the first round ever.
I don't know why the Leafs go, but
and they go.
Anyways, I think we all can agree that he's underrated.
Yeah,
severely.
Yeah, somehow.
Okay, so my third one was going to be actually one from last week, which got pushed back to this week, which is also going to get pushed back to next week, which is cryptocurrency. Because I actually wanted to have like a nice
little chat,
a somewhat in-depth chat about it, but we're out of time now, so we'll roll it over to next week, and we'll actually do some sort of I don't know if you guys have some questions, or if you're listening to this right now and have some questions or anything that we want to discuss. I don't know. I think that it's important that we talk about it, because I think that we got a big couple months ahead, and it'll drop off obviously after that. But I think that people are going to have a real opportunity to make some money quick, because there's just some things in the world that are almost like written in the stars or in code, and I don't know. It's going to happen. So anyways, we'll save that for next episode. We'll do a little bit deeper dive into that, I think.
Sounds good.
So let's finish tonight with our top. Do we have a name for it yet? No, hey.
No, I don't know. We got to work on that. To be determined.
It's just like our favorite social post of the week.
Yeah.
So Drums, you want to go first?
What about Podu?
But I've been talking.
Sure.
Podu.
What?
Post of the week.
What did you say?
It's almost like POTUS, but it's
POTUS.
How about the "Let's Go Brandon" chant? That song's number 1 in the world right now. Or in the US right now.
No, they took it off.
Well, they tried to. It's actually it's doing better than Adele. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I've seen that. So my post is going to be, this one comes from Joe Pomp Liano. We talked a couple of times about the Pomp brothers. That's how I got into kind of the crypto stuff and just the information with that. But this one was, he put out a tweet, and it was of a woman named Sarah Blakely. At one point in her life, she was selling fax machines door to door, and she started the company Spanx with $5,000 in her savings. Since then, she has turned that company and sold it for $1.2 billion. That is nuts.
Is Spanx like women's underwear or something?
Yeah, like it squeezes you in there, tucks things in. And just in the video, it shows her giving a first-class trip to anywhere they wanted, and I think it was 10 grand to all of her 500 employees as a thank you. So just cool shit like that. I think there's 3 brothers, Joe, Anthony, and I forget the other one, but they just tweet out cool kind of stories like that from the business world and stuff like that. So when we tweet these out, make sure you follow them, because they got some cool stories that they post.
Yeah, I was also going to say, if you're listening to this and want to partake in the POTU, just toss your favorite social post of the week down below our thread. Add it to the thread, and then we can just go there and see. Because it's hard. You see so much. What I was thinking about that was like, we see so much shit every day on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on freaking Tim Talk or whatever we got now. There's just so much. It's so hard to like actually find one that really resonates with you, and like your favorite post would be so hard to find in a week. So if you have if you want to do that, add it to the thread. It's pretty cool. It's more than just a retweet or something. It's like, it's your favorite post of the week. There's something there.
Drums, you say Palms. Joe also tweeted, and it was going to be my tweet of the week until I found that one today. But about the F1, did you see that? Like the Netflix effect? It's
Insane.
unbelievable. It's up 51%.
They like triple, yeah.
That was the biggest event in F1 history on the weekend. And I watched the whole race. Guys,
actually,
I'm telling you, I watched the whole F1 race. And
how long do they take?
Like an hour and 45 minutes.
What's NASCAR? Is that like the one that's 5 hours or something?
I couldn't.
This is absolutely electric. I'm not joking. Me and Easton started watching it. This is wild. Like if you told me this 3 months ago, I'd be like, "Okay, come on." We literally turned it on. It was sick. They had the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders there. They had planes flying over. They had all this shit. And then the race started. Me and East were like, "Okay." We had shit to do in the yard and whatever else. So we're like, "Okay, we're gonna start this, and then we'll just go outside, and then we'll come back in and watch it finish." Man, we didn't go anywhere. Like for the 2 hours, you just glued to the TV, and they have like
really.
It was 2 hours, and there was maybe like 5 commercials. And when they do the commercials, they like play through, like drive through. It was like incredible, man. It's so sick. You guys have to watch that documentary. Like I can't stress it enough.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I will.
Anyways,
what's your post then?
My post was the PGA Champions Tour post on Bernard Langer today. It's like a 3.5 minute video of all this stupid shit that he's done for videos and or for like ads. You guys just gotta watch it, man. He's actually hilarious. It's just 3.5 minutes of Bernard just like doing dumb shit, like outtakes, but it's like not outtakes. Sick. Like they're actually. That's what he was trying to do. Like, you guys gotta watch it. He's like jumping on a trampoline at the age of 64 and like doing like cannonballs off or like front flips off of diving boards. Like it's wild. You guys gotta watch it.
Okay, I'm trying to find mine here, fellas. I seem to have lost it.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, it's on Colorado Golf Blog. Have you guys seen that before?
Sick account.
I can't. It won't open for me though here.
Perfect.
So this is a problem you're actually going to run into because they're a private account, which actually drives me nuts. Why would you be an account like this and you're private?
Yeah.
That happens a lot on Instagram, eh? But
yeah,
I think
why?
It has something
to block the bots.
Is it?
I think.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to say, Drums?
Yeah, because I think it'll come back to something with monetization of it. So if you can guarantee that your followers aren't bots when you go to sell advertising, I think that's how they look at it. But I don't know for sure.
Okay, so this is giving me some issues because it's private and it won't let me open the link that I sent to myself. So
cool.
Anyways,
we'll take your word for it.
The video is Cooper. So there's these 4 people. They got their cell phone lined up to take a picture. Like they got it on the self timer there. There's a guy, a girl, and then this Cooper guy, and then another guy. So they're all getting ready. They're posing for the picture, and you could tell that this Cooper guy, like must be new to golf. So he's got his driver out, and he's like kind of like just taking a few swings like this, and then he like takes an actual backswing. And the top of the driver hammers this guy in the head, and you can like see his skull shake. He hit him so hard, and he's like, "What the fuck, Cooper?" So, anyways, that's it. Cooper.
I'll try to gotta make sure you find like one that you can share.
I know that's what I tried finding on Twitter, but they don't have a Twitter account, so. We'll have to do a screen record or something on Regos and tweet it.
Just Google.
I don't know how to do screen records.
No, I'm not doing that.
I tried that.
After all the stuff all the shit we've given to Pete, I'm not screen recording somebody else's video and posting it.
Well, you can.
No, it's a retweet
though.
Oh man, Pete posted something today and gave credit to who the video was to. I just wanted to say, so you do that to people? Good.
I reported it.
Piece of shit. Piece of shit.
All right, on the piece of
Anyways.
shit. I think that's it for this week. Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
Yep.
That's all. All right, boys. Let's get the hell out of here. Peace out. Love you. Later, boys.
See you, boys.
Love you, boys.